4, 3, 2, 1, let go. Level up, level up, level up.
Keep elevating, no losses, just upgrading. My lessons made blessings, I turned that into money. They gotta never settle, this view is so much better. I'm chilling.
If I look disgusting, sorry if I am being annoying. It's just the fact that I'm filming this video at like 4 in the morning because I can't sleep, and I decided to do my makeup. Don't mind my face looks disgusting. My face, I mean, it does have makeup, but it's not all that. And before you hoes try me in the comment section, yes, I know I got 2 different eyelashes on. Before you hoes try me on the comment section, I don't care, okay? I don't care because it still looks good. I was like, it's been a long time since I did or filmed a video, or better choice of words, uploaded a video, because I've recorded like 6-7 videos, and I honestly, if I'm being really freaking honest, I didn't like them, any of those. And I don't know, I'm just like very picky with like now with like the things that I want to post, and I don't want to post something that I'm not even gonna laugh about it myself. Like, if my boyfriend doesn't laugh about it, it's not even worth the shot. I was like, why not bring you guys a story time? Like, you hoes seem to love my story times. Like, story times get more views, so what's up, what's good? I'm about to sing the Taylor Girl intro. Grab you some tacos, some pozole, let's sit down and get ready into the chisme. So this actually happened back when I was in like middle school, 8th grade. Wait, did it really? No, this started in 7th grade. So in 7th grade, I started dating this guy. We will name him. Actually, I've had a story time of him before. He's the guy who cheated on me with a trans. No offense to the trans community. I have nothing against you guys. This isn't a video to bash anyone. But yes, he did cheat on me with someone else who came about being a transgender. Yeah. So if you guys haven't checked that video out, you guys should go check it out. I'm gonna link it down below. So this story is about that person. We will name him, what's Pancho. That's what we're naming. I'm gonna tell you guys the whole story because I think I explained all of that in the other video. So like I said, you guys should go check out the other video before you watch this one, because then you're gonna be confused as to what I'm talking about. Okay. 8th grade came along, and at the beginning of the year, yeah, it was at the beginning of the year, yeah, because it was in the fall, so it was the beginning of the year. And I remember we were already planning our 8th grade trip. We're supposed to go to DC, Washington, DC. 2 best friends. And we're gonna name them, we're gonna name one Tiny and the other one Medium. Yeah, Tiny and Medium. 8th grade, it was a lot of pressure for like mostly girls, or just overall like all of us, to be in like relationships, like to be adults or be grown. And at that time, I remember Medium was always like talking about wanting to have sex with her boyfriend at the time, and how she just wanted to like experiment and do all these things. And she would always be like, oh, you should too, like you should do this, you should do that, like, you know. And I just wasn't prepared for that. Like, I was freaking 13. Yeah, I was like 13 years old, and I was like, dude, like, no, like, you know, I never gave in when it came to like peer pressure. That was just not my thing. And if you didn't like the fact that I wasn't gonna do something that you kept pressuring me to do, I wouldn't give a fuck, and I would peace the fuck out. And that's how simple and easy it is when it comes to me. So eventually she realized that it wasn't just like I wasn't gonna give in and I wasn't gonna do whatever she was gonna do, whatever she was doing. And I remember she started giving us the idea of the week of Halloween, the school was gonna have this like fundraiser where we would be able to raise money for our trip to DC. And all three of us, we all three had boyfriends, and Medium came to the conclusion that we should all lie to our parents, or me and her should lie to our parents and tell them that we were gonna come help at the fundraiser to raise money, but in reality we weren't gonna be there. So Tiny was like, well, I can just let my mom know, because she lived right behind the school. And so Tiny was like, my mom, like, she's okay with me having a boyfriend so I can see him or whatever, so there's no issue. And so I was like, okay, Beach, like, whatever. Our main goal was to go to the haunted house that was by our school, because like I said, it was in Halloween and we were supposed to go to the haunted house that was closed, literally like a block away from the school. And I remember telling my boyfriend, like, this is gonna happen, all of this is gonna go down, are you down to come with us? And he was like, yeah, Tiny and her boyfriend, and then Medium and her boyfriend too. So we're like, okay, cool, bitch, like, we're about to get away with this, like, nobody gives a fuck, we are 13 and who gives a shit, like, nos mandamos solas, like, we can do whatever we want. And yeah, no, we were so freaking wrong. I was so freaking wrong. That day came, and let me tell you, so we had school that day, and I remember we were like all excited, like Medium and Tiny and I, we were like, yes, like, what are you gonna wear? Like, are you gonna do your makeup? What the hell are you gonna do? How are you gonna do your hair? Like, bitch, are you gonna shower like 5 times? Like, what perfume are you gonna wear? What underwear are you gonna wear? What color are you gonna wear? La, 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 like, because like, we should match, we should not match, like, this is gonna look good on you, this is gonna like get your man's attention. Already told my parents, and my parents told me that it was okay, that anything related to school, it was gonna be okay. So I had told them, and I asked them if we went to pick up Medium, and then he dropped us off at the school. And I remember, like, my man was what the hell, was standing by the door, like, those, like, fairy tale stories where, like, the light hits them and it's just, like, them, and you're like, damn, Sadie, like, those moments. Okay, well, I was kind of stupid, and I think, like, at the time I didn't have glasses, so I was, like, blind as a bitch. So it was that moment. And I was like, damn, like, okay, like, I see what you did. Nothing. Cheat on me. That's what you did. And so I was so excited. I remember, like, my dad was there looking, like, he stood, like, parked there waiting for me to, like, go in. Because, I don't know if you guys have those kinds of parents, but my parents are, like, always wait until I get in a place that I'm supposed to be at. So my dad waited until Medium and I went inside the gym, because they had the gym doors open, and that's where the event was gonna take place at. So I was like, I told my man, like, we were walking, like, Medium and I were holding arms, and we're like, yes, like, look at my man, that's my man, and bitch was blind because that motherfucker was cheating on me a whole time. So with that being said, let's move on. So yeah, so then Medium kept hyping me up, like, yes, you look cute or whatever, like, look at you, look at your man looking at you like a whole snack. And then I was like, yeah, but look at you, ma, like, you looking like a whole birthday cake, you looking like a whole expensive 5-course meal. And then, like, we were just hyping each other up. And then like I was like kind of doing like sign language, not sign language, like hand movement to tell my dude Pancho to go inside the gym, like, you know. And I was like, when we passed right next to each other, I was like, go into the gym. Into the gym, and then Pancho followed us, and then like we met up literally right behind the door because they had one door open, the door next to it was closed. So I waited there, and then he just came in, and then we were waiting for Tiny to come to the school since she lived literally behind the school. For Medium's boyfriend. And so then eventually we were waiting there for like 15-20 minutes. So I was pretty sure my dad had already left to go back home. And I honestly lived like 5-6 minutes away from school. Like it wasn't even that like a long distance. And it's like exactly a mile away, my school from the house. And so we were just waiting there for like 20 minutes, whatever. And then eventually all 6 of us, we were there. And then we were like, okay, oh, mind you, important information. I told my dad, pick us up or pick me up at 9. 9, okay? Mind you, this is very important. So you better remember what time did I ask my dad to pick me up. So I'm gonna ask you a question right now. What time did I tell my dad to pick me up? 9, okay? 9. And we were like, okay, so what are we gonna do? What are the plans? Like, what's up? And I remember basically Medium was always the one leading the group. And it was like, you know, we should go do this, we should go do that, let's leave. So we left the school and we were just like walking around the block because there were a lot of people and a lot of our friends were there. So we decided to go like our school across a bridge, and we went. And the thing is, like I said, it was already October, so you know the sun goes down like by like freaking 6, like 5 or 6. And I remember that day I did not have a sweater. I wanted it like I look cute or whatever, like, and it was getting really cold. It was like really chilly because like I said, it was October. Pancho was like, oh, do you want my sweater? Like he was all being like gentleman or whatever. And he gave me his sweater and I was like, oh my god, oh my god. And I turned around to Tiny and fucking Medium and I was like, oh. Like he gave me his sweater, like, oh my god, that's like hashtag relationship goals. Like he really loves me. Hell no, he was over here cheating on me. Parking lot. And the parking lot had like a wall. So let me explain this to you. So it was a wall, and in that wall it was like kind of like, it was like a 2-side wall. And that parking lot didn't have any fence or anything. It was just like a small wall, like half a square. And behind it there was kind of like a stairs going like down like into a basement, but it was like locked. Like it was like, I don't know how to explain it. It was just like a couple, like 4 or 5 stairs going down, and it was like a small area. There was no doors, there was nothing there. It was just like freaking rocks and like wood and whatever. And after that, so we were there chilling, and then I forgot what freaking Medium said, and she was like, oh, I'm gonna go with my man to whatever. And we were like, okay, like whatever. So Tiny and we stayed there with our boyfriend. And then all of a sudden Tiny was like, you know what, like it's getting late, I'm gonna go look for Medium because we still have to go to a haunted house. And so I was like, okay. She was like, just stay here just in case she comes back. She was like, because you don't have a phone and my phone's about to die. So I was like, okay, whatever. So Pancho and I stayed there and we were just talking. And then he started like making out with me. And I was like, nah, like this ain't your lucky night. Like we are not about to do this here. Not like, I am not like a freaking 99 cent hoe. No. It just like kept talking whatever, and he had a phone, so I asked him, I was like, hey, what time is it? And he was like, it's about to be 8. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, we have to go look for them because I don't know where they are. Mind you, Tiny and Medium had Pancho's phone number because that is how I was able to communicate with him when I left, when I was dropped off at the school, because I was using Medium's phone. And Medium had Pancho's number, Tiny had Pancho's number, because I remember we called Tiny and we were talking on the phone. Hey, where are you guys? Like, we're waiting for you guys. And then they were like, oh, we're still looking for Medium and like whatever. So we're like, okay, well, we're gonna go look too, and then if we find them, we'll have Medium call you. And Tiny was like, okay, whatever. And then Pancho and I, we went to look for Medium and her boyfriend, and we couldn't find them. And it was like already like 8:30, about to be 9. And I was like, oh shit, I have to go back. Like, it's already like super late, and just in case my dad gets there like 5-10 minutes early, I have to go. I was like, it doesn't matter, they can look for each other. Like, there's nothing I can freaking do. Like, I don't know where Medium went. I don't know where Tiny is. I was like, I don't know. We're walking back to the school, and the event was done at like 8, like 7:30 or 8. It was like a 2 to 3 hour event. It wasn't even that long. And I remember we were walking back to the school, and where we were at, it was like a 3-minute walk. It wasn't even that much. And we were just talking and laughing, and Pancho had his arm around me, so like he had it like over my shoulders. And we were walking, and I remember, I don't know what, I genuinely don't know what the hell happened, but something told me to look forward in front of me. And when I looked up, my heart dropped. I shitted my pants. The freaking frijoles came into effect. My dad was parked in front of the school, right there, like literally right there. It's like if like God was like, you were you're about to receive that bow of the year. And I was like, I remember I just stood there, like we were walking, and as we were talking, I saw my dad's car, and no one was there anymore. No one was there anymore at all. Like, there was no one, no teachers, no parents, no kids, nothing. It had been over. That event was over. And I just remember I stood there and I just went like that. Like, I put my arm and I went like that. And Pancho was like, what's wrong? And I was like, that's my dad. And he's like, oh, okay. He was like, what's going on? Like what are we going to do? And then he was like, you know what, like, I can tell your dad that I'm just your friend, and that I was like, you know, walking with you just so, you know, nothing bad would happen to you, or that you went off to look for Medium and Tiny because they roamed off and I went with you. And I was like, he's not gonna believe that. I was like, I know my dad, and I know that he's not going to believe that. And he was like, I was like, especially because you had your freaking arm around my shoulders and I have your sweater on. And he was like, well, I'm gonna tell him that I was like being a gentleman or something. And I was like, I don't care, he's not gonna believe it, I'm dead. I was like, after this, like, lose my phone. I was like, I didn't even have a phone number. What the hell? I was like, lose my freaking Facebook because I'm dead. My dad is RIP. Don't even show up to my funeral. And my dad got off the car and he like walked towards me, and I was taking off his sweater, and he was like, what is this? Like, pissed off. Like, my dad is the type of person that rare the time you'll see him pissed off. Like, my dad is super quiet, super chill. Like, rare the time you'll ever see my dad pissed off. And this day, I remember the look he gave me. I was like, fuck, my heart dropped to my culito. Alright, let me do a recreation. Hold on. What is this? What are you talking about, Dad? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, this is just a friend. Nothing wrong with me having guy friends. ¿Cuál amigo? ¿Cuál amigo? Este no es un amigo. Un amigo no te abraza así. Un amigo no te da su sudadera. Súbete al carro. Súbete al carro ya. Dad, I don't understand why you're getting mad. Like, I really wasn't doing anything bad. I wasn't really doing anything bad. Like, he's just a friend. Like, me estaba acompañando a buscar a Miriam y a Tiny. No me interesa tus excusas, tus mentiras. Súbete al carro, te estoy diciendo. Súbete ya. Sorry, Dad. I'm sorry. And then I got in the car. And let me tell you, ni yo me la acababa. My dad was yelling at me. He was like, you better freaking tell your mom, or if you don't tell her when you get there, like, I am gonna tell her you're freaking grounded. You're not. They basically took the Washington D.C. trip away from me. They were like, you're not going anymore. Forget about going out with your friends. Forget, it's from straight from home to school and nothing. He was like, even forget about getting a phone because you're not getting a phone. And I remember, like, he was really pissed off. Like, I had never seen my dad so pissed off. And we went back home, and I ran. I ran to my mom's room, and I was crying. I was bawling my eyes out. And my mom was like, what's wrong? Like, what happened? And then I had to tell my mom. Like, I really had to tell my mom, because if not, it was gonna be a lot worse. And so I told my mom, and I remember my mom was so pissed off. She was like, you're not understanding, like, something could have happened to you, like, we're over here thinking that you're at the school inside a safe place, and you're over here in the street doing what God knows what. And I'm over here, like, thinking, what makes you think I'm being a little hoe? Like, I may be a liar to y'all, I may be, you know, whatever you want me to be, but a little hoe, no, I'm not, okay? But obviously I couldn't talk to that, like, to my parents, so, you know, I was like, I'm sorry, like, I was crying. And then eventually my mom was like my mom, when my mom gets mad, it's like, bitch, you better not get in her way, because she will fuck you up. And so my mom was like, get out of my room, go to your room and think about what you did. I know that sounds weird, but in Spanish it's a lot worse. The way she said it, it really, like, hit my heart. It hit my feelings. And so I went to my room, and I cried, and I cried. After that, I remember I was grounded for a long time for the rest of the year. And, like, my parents legitimately thought that I had lied, and I left the school to basically, I guess, have sex with him, which is not true, because a girl ain't stupid or a hoe, okay? But yeah, but that was my story when my dad caught me. All my thoughtish experiences, giving me story time for y'all. So this is it. This is the end of the story. Basically, I got grounded, and yes, I did end up going to DC. It was a super fun experience. And then after DC, after I graduated, actually, I found out that motherfucker cheated on me. And then, yeah, basically, we broke up, and then you can go watch that video. Like I said, I'm gonna link it down below. Thank you guys for watching my story times, watching my stupid ass. I love you guys so much. Please don't forget to subscribe, okay? And like this video. Comment down below what you want to see. Tell me if you ever got caught lying to your parents to go see your boo thing or whatever. Tell me how that went. Like, I legitimately, I didn't tell you what happened. So yeah, like, The only reason why we got caught, and I forgot to say this like in the middle of the story, was because when we were on our way back to the school, I called freaking Tiny. Like, hey, you know what? Like, I'm just going back to the school. Like, screw this. I'm not gonna get in trouble because it's getting late. And you know what Tiny said? Tiny said, oh, that's fine. She was like, you don't have to look for us anymore. I'm at home already, and I dropped off Medium at her house. I'm like, so you're telling me that you couldn't call me to tell me that you had already found Medium, dropped her off at her house, and you're at your house? So you're telling me that you couldn't just have the courtesy to fucking tell me? Like, that pissed me off so much, because it's like, I was like, you could have just like freaking told me that you had called me to tell me that you found her and that you were dropping her off or something. I could have been at your house waiting for my dad. And that pissed me off so much. But yeah, anywho, that's the end of the story, guys. Nope, but seriously, this is the end of the story time. I freaking love y'all. I appreciate everything you guys do, which is watch my videos, like my videos, and just like show me love and support. Like I said, follow me on my social medias. They're gonna be down below. I freaking love you. And stay tuned for next video, because you never know. It could be a vlog. It could be with my really freaking boyfriend or whatever. So, peace out.